What is up, YouTube? It is True, and today we've got a Gigavise deck profile. So I've been playing Gigavise for a while, when it came out years and years ago. Deck was a lot different back then, but back before Lonefire ever got hit, Supervise was out, Gigaplant was out. Yeah, it was an interesting deck back then. Now it's even more interesting, more fun to play, I would say, and it's actually really good. It's actually a really good deck. Let's just trying it out. It's a lot of fun. Takes a bit of learning. There's just so many combos, and not all of them are so straightforward. Sometimes there's a lot of two card combos in the deck, even more a lot of 3 card combos. Sometimes you have 4 or 5 card combos where you're like, wow, this actually works, even though it requires all these cards. But you're able to summon Quasar pretty quick. It's got a lot of cool combos and synchro plays for days. So we're just gonna get right into it. 3 Lonefire Blossom, of course, so nice that this card went back to 3. Helps so much. Yeah, you always want to draw this card. Basically, you need access to it for all your plays. Yeah, either throw it to the graveyard or get it off Super Solar Nutrient. Just any way you can get this card as quick as possible, it is in your best interest. So 2 Gigaplants and this Gigavise Gigaplant, of course. You kind of 2 is the perfect number because 3 is way too much. And then if you want to play 1 and you draw it, that can be kind of awkward. You can get it out of your hand with Rose Lover, but you don't really want to be in that situation where you have to do that. So 2 is the perfect number. And if you do draw 2, you can use Rose Lover to get it out, and it's not necessary for all your plays. So Spore, Dandelion, Global, they are back together again, and it's a wonderful time indeed. I'm sure you guys know why those are good. They combo together crazy well, and yeah, it's just what makes the deck the deck. So 1 Rose Lover and 1 Cosmo Beat. This card is really good. This opens up a lot more 2-card combos, which makes the deck a lot more consistent. So gotta play this. Very, very good. If it's in your graveyard, you can banish it, special a plant from your hand. So sometimes you'll end up specialing just any of these, special Lonefire, special Gigaplant, anything. So Cosmo Beat is here because you need this to go into Quasar, basically, because you gotta go to a 3-star synchro with Power Tool and Formula. So while this card might not seem that good, it's actually totally worth playing because this is basically how you do a lot of your 2-card combos with this guy. So totally worth playing. Definitely, you should include Cosmo Beat. You could also use Nettles, but Cosmo Beat is cool because if your opponent summons a monster, you can special them. And if you do that on first turn, they can't run it over because first turn, no battle phase. So pretty cool for that. You don't really use that effect. You don't want them in your hand that much, but it's okay if you draw them. Next up, we got 3 Mathematician. Another card that really just made this deck good. You can just dump a card. If it's killed by battle, you get to draw a card. That's cool. It's mostly just a lot of combo plays with Melee Tree since it's a 3-star. Earth helps the deck a lot. So 3 Spell Striker combos well with the Mathematicians. Banish a spell card, special them. You can also use them for synchroing, but mostly use them for the Exceed Melee of the trees. If you use them for synchroing, it's usually for Power Tool because he's 3-star, so you get your 4-star Spore or whatever. It comes up occasionally. And that's it for the monsters, about 15 monsters, I think. For the spells, we have a lot more of. 3 Upstart Goblin. Kind of obvious why it's a good card. Helps the consistency of the deck majorly. Gotta play it. 3 Rhoda. This is just to search out Spell Striker, and then you can just banish it for Spell Striker. 3 and 3 may seem like kind of a bad ratio, but it's actually really good because you want to get them as fast as possible. This deck is all about consistency, so. 3 Super Solar Nutrient. A lot of people don't like 3, maybe 1 or 2. 3 is great. 3, because there's so many combos with this, when I'm talking about the 3 or 4 card combos, especially with this card, and you just want to be able to lot off and win like that. So 3 is definitely the number to go for, in my opinion. 3 DDR, you have to play 3 of these, because a lot of your really good plays involve searching this out with Power Tool Dragon and getting back a Lonefire that's banished. And you don't want to have to be maybe I'll get this off Power Tool. You want to guarantee that you get off Power Tool, unless you already have it in your hand, in which case you don't even need it. So 3, you have to play. 3 of these, I'd say it's also necessary, because sometimes you need Supervise and you don't want to, have a chance of not getting it. 3 and 3, must have. Mark of the Rose, it's pretty good. You can search it off with Power Tool. Sometimes you just need to throw something else along with the equips to search out. So 1 Mark of the Rose is good. It can be good for stealing your opponent's monsters, kind of like Snatch Steal on your turn only. You can use it for synchroing and exceeding. Helps you get into some levels and some synchros that you wouldn't be able to get into otherwise using your opponent's monsters. And Symbols of Heritage. This card is amazing. It says if you have 3 of the same monsters in your graveyard with the same name, you can special summon one of them. So Lonefire Blossom into Lonefire, bring them back. Craziness. This card, this creates crazy combos. So 2 Dark Holes and a Regeki. This helps you OTK and stuff like that, because sometimes your opponent will put kind of a lot of monsters on their board, or just problematic monsters like Unicorn. You can just be like, Dark Hole, Regeki, just get rid of it. And then just OTK, because you want to go second with this deck and just kill them first turn, like just one turn. And this helps you do that, because if they have a lot of monsters on the board, you'll like run them over and stuff like that, and you'll do a lot of damage, but usually you won't be able to kill them. And with that, you're giving them a chance to disrupt your board, which can be really problematic, because if your board gets disrupted, you can oftentimes lose. So don't want that happening. The 1/1-for-1, still amazing. Works combos with Dandelion. Combos with anything really, like just getting out a 1-star tuner in your deck, or even Rose Lover if you need it. Very helpful. 1 Soul Charge, crazy with this deck. With Lonefire, you know, just auto win. Foolish Burial, of course. A lot of the 2 or 3 card, well, a lot of the 3 card combos involve Foolish Burial, so for sure. And for the traps, we just play 1 Vandy's Emptiness after you got your crazy combos going off. Like, if you do go first, you usually want to go second with this deck, but sometimes if you do go first, you can go like Quasar and set this, and that's good. That's a good game. It's like too good not to play, really. Like, Emptiness is just too good not to play. So that's it. 40 cards. Some other things you can consider for the main deck is spell and trap, like ways to combat that. A lot of people like using Trapstone, which is really good. If you want to use Trapstone, you definitely can. I'd say, if anything, you'd probably take out the Dark Hole. It's whether you want to use Dark Hole, Trapstone, or something to protect yourself, like Gores. And if you don't want to use Trapstone, there's also like Lance, which might work. I don't know. It's kind of iffy. And then MST, but then you're just kind of like blindly MSTing. So that may or may not work. I use Dark Holes for now. I'll test it, see how that works. This is a 40 card deck. Now we'll get into the side. For side 3 MSTs, it'd be nice if we had room to main them, but this deck's all about combos, and like MST is not gonna help you combo really. Like, it'll help your combos get off, but yeah, you just really don't have room for it. You'd rather have like a more consistent way to win. So 2 Maxi. Against those decks, I like to special summon a lot. Plussing, very helpful. 3 Flying C, stop those Exceed decks, like Statellers and whatnot. Maybe BA, and 3 Retaliating Seas, good against Shaddols, good against Necros. A lot of decks. 3 Royal Decree, should pretty much always side this, it's crazy. Stopping traps. Even if the deck you're playing against isn't that trap heavy, you can still slide these in. Because it's like better than trap. Well, it's like Trapstone, but kind of better, because you're never going to be using traps anyway, so you just shut them down completely. And then 1 Fairy Wind, just for the extra back row hit. Killing some floodgates too. And then extra deck, very important. We got the 1 Formula Synchron. You could play more than 1 Formula, but I don't really see it being necessary, because like, you just summon 1 for your Quasar plays, and that's basically all you need. And the extra deck space is pretty tight anyway, so 1 Mistbird, Cloalas, whatever. Just a 3-star synchro. You don't use its effect that much, but you can. It's just for going into Quasar. And then Armory Arm, very good. You know, you got your 3-star like Lonefire and a Spore, or Dandelion and a Spore. You just need to synchro into a 4-star. So this is a 4-star I play. I like it because oftentimes you can end off with this and Quasar, so you can just like equip this to Quasar. That's pretty cool. So I like it for that. You can use a different 4-star if you want. I'm just using Armor Arm. TG Harper Librarian, the 1 5-star I use. It's really nice if you can get it out before going crazy with your plays, which sometimes you can, which is just stupid when you're drawing all these cards and going into Quasar. So 1 6-star, play Orient Dragon. Oftentimes, if you do end up going into a 6-star, you're using your opponent's cards, like with Mark of the Rose, and it's like the 6-star that you go into is usually just like an in-between, like 6 just to synchro into something else. Like if you had 6, 4, and 2, that's Quasar. So stuff like that. And since it's not really going to be staying on the field, it's good to use something like Orient Dragon, so you could like potentially banish your opponent's synchro and then just go Quasar. It's not like completely necessary to play this card, because you won't really go into it that much. But I like having the option of it in there. If you don't want to play it, that's totally cool. I don't always play it. So next we got the 3 Power Tool Dragons. A lot of people play 2 Power Tool Dragons. I totally understand that, but I do like the 3rd one. There's a lot of times where, like, whenever I was playing 2, I would just miss the 3rd one. Like, I just really want to have it. So again, it's kind of like the 3rd one is good. It's kind of like a win more kind of thing. But at the same time, sometimes you just really need the 3rd one. So I don't know. I like 3. If you want to play 2, that's cool too. If you have something else like really important that you want to include, you could cut out a Power Tool Dragon. 1 Black Rose Dragon. This card is clutch. Oftentimes, like even after summoning this, you'll still have plays, and sometimes you'll still be able to go off after this. Especially since like, Gigaplant with Supervise and all that stuff, you can get cards going back and Dandelion tokens going back and stuff like that. Blow up their field, get rid of everything, so it just clears the way for you to OTK. Really good, gotta play it. Stardust. It's mostly for since you play Shooting Star Dragon and Quasar, you can summon that off, when Shooting Star Dragon dies. And sometimes you just want to go into Shooting Star because you can't make Quasar, so you just make this and formula into Shooting Star. 1 Crimson Blader, he's pretty good. Certain matchups I like him. You could play a different 8-star like Scrap Dragon or whatever. I'm using Crimson Blader for now. 1 Shooting Star Dragon, of course, pretty easy to summon. Quasar, very important. Reasonably easy to summon in this deck. And for this rank 7s, we got the Draco Sack. I just use Draco Sack. You could use Big Eye. I think both of them are really good. Maybe Big Eye has a little more synergy because you're able to steal your opponent's monsters, and then you can like synchro with them and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. This card, sometimes I'll summon this with a Quasar first turn, so it's like you got some able to pop some stuff, and then you got defense and Quasar and everything. So this is good just for like spot removal and stuff. If you want to play Big Eye instead, you could definitely do that. It's like, I guess it's up to you. Just test out, see what you like better. Lastly, Melier of the Trees, very important. You could play more than one of her, but really you tend to only need one because you have to use 2 level 3 Earths to summon it. So yeah, it's like a Foolish and a Monster Reborn for plants. You use it a lot for your combos. The only way you're really going to summon 2 is if you have a lot of Spell Strikers, because you don't really have that many like level 3 Earth monsters to where you'd be summoning more than one of these in a turn. It's only if you have like 3 Spell Strikers. That's like the only way with like Dandelions and Mathematicians and stuff. So that's the deck profile. Now I'm going to get into some of the combos the deck can do. It's a fun deck to play. So we'll start out with some of the 2-card combos. Let's see. Mathematician and Lonefire. It's a good one. If you have these two, you can normal summon Lonefire. Normal summon Mathematician. Use effect to dump Rose Lover. This is why Rose Lover is so good. It's like really makes the deck a lot more consistent. Banish Rose Lover to special Lonefire, tribute Lonefire for Lonefire, tribute Lonefire for Lonefire, tribute Lonefire for Dandelion. Of course, if you had Super Solar Nutrient in this situation, you wouldn't want to go Lonefire into Lonefire to Lonefire, because then you have nothing to summon off Super Solar Nutrient. So just, if you don't have Super Solar Nutrient, like just depending on the other cards in your hand, you kind of play different. Melee of the Trees, you use its revival effect to summon back Lonefire Blossom. Lonefire Blossom's effect, target Melee of the Trees. Kill it, summon out Spore. And you get 2 tokens. Synchro 2. Formula, draw a card, and then Spore's effect, you can summon it by banishing a Lonefire. This is a 4-star, 4 plus 3 is 7. Power Tool Dragon, Power Tool Dragon's effect. Go for, you can just say 3 DDR, then one of them will get added to your hand. DDR, summon this back. Effect of this. Summon out Cosmo Beat. Am I missing some of my deck somewhere? Where did I put it? These are all spells. It's gotta be here somewhere. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay, they're hiding over here. Sorry about that. Yeah. Cosmo Beat. 2 plus 1 is 3. Miss Bird, Claudius died when Lonefire died. Synchro 12 into shooting Quasar Dragon, so 2-card Quasar there. And I'll show a few more Quasar plays. Let's say you had, well, a simple one, Lonefire Blossom plus A lot of them involve Lonefire Blossom, but not all of them. I mean, to have in your hand. They all basically involve her in some way. Lonefire+Soul Charge is kind of a famous one. I think a good amount of people know this one. So you got that in your hand. Normal summon Lonefire. Well, let's say, even to make this more interesting, you have a Supervise as well. So a 3-card combo. The Supervise isn't necessary, but it makes it more fun. Because I have drawn this hand, so it's like ridiculous, but yeah. So Lonefire into Lonefire into Lonefire. So tribute, summon, and then Lonefire. Yeah, you use its effect, summon Dandelion. And then you're going to Soul Charge. So this is your hand, Soul Charge. Still got the Supervise there. You're just going to get 2 of them because 3 will end up clogging your field too much. So choose 2 Lonefires, and you'll use one of their effects to tribute it. Summon out Spore. Then this one will use its effect to kill Dandelion and summon out Cosmobeat. And you get 2 tokens. So this Lonefire's already used its effect. We can put a dice on it. Okay, so 1 + 1 is 2. Synchro formula. Draw a card. Spore effect. Special it by banishing Lonefire. This is a 4-star. 4 + 3 is 7. Power tool. Power tool will search out DDR. Yeah, reveal 3DR, and then DDR, Lonefire back, and Synchro 3 to Miss Bird. Synchro into Quasar. This dies when, well, no, Lonefire is still on the field, right? Yeah. So Lonefire effect, tribute it, summon Gigaplant. Then this goes to the grave. Supervise the Gigaplant, effective Gigaplant. Summon Lonefire Blossom's effect, get Glow Bulb. Then you synchro into another Powerful Dragon. This is a situation like this where I like having 3, because otherwise you couldn't make a rank 7 right now. But I mean, it's not really necessary because you already got Quasar, but you know, I don't know. I like having it. So Supervise goes to Graveyard. When Supervise goes to Graveyard, you can revive Gigaplant. And then Powerful Dragon's effect, you can get either Symbols of Heritage or 2 Supervise. So 1 will be randomly added to your hand, and then depending on that, will depend on whether this combo continues for a while or not as long. But you can basically see that it's pretty easy, because you haven't even used Glow Bulb's effect yet, so you can pretty easily make a rank 7. Well, I mean, you could make a rank 7 even if you had 2 power tools just going into Black Rose and overlaying them, so that'd be fine too. Did like Draco Sack or whatever. So 1 gets randomly added to your hand, Supervise, cool. Supervise on Gigaplant, Gigaplant's effect, you're just going to want to summon a 1-star tuner, it doesn't matter which. And then Synchro again into Power Tool. Supervise goes to the graveyard and brings back Gigaplant, and then you're going to search Supervise, Symbols of Heritage. If your opponent has something on the field, you could search Mark of the Rose. I think that's basically the only thing you would want to search at this point, because you could try to get DDR, but there's like no point, because you're not going to be banishing anything else this turn. So one of these 3, depending on what you get. And Supervise, okay. I'm not even trying to do that. But yeah, you can see you can just keep going from there, keep summoning, and you know, you could finish off with an 8-star, or you know, you could definitely get an 8-star here because you know, Gigaplant, special, synchro into Black Rose, Supervise goes to graveyard, bring back this, and then you can overlay into Draco Sack or whatever, and then bring back Glow Bulb, synchro 8, so you can synchro into like Stardust if you wanted to do that, or Crimson Blade or Stardust, whatever. So you can see that this like crazy boards like this. Just, you know, Supervise, I'm pretty sure it's mandatory to summon the gigaplant, so you can't just like choose not to summon them. That way you could get the Draco Stag tokens. When this face-up card on the field is sent to the grave, just like, yeah, that's the reason. You can actually, the reason this deck works with Supervise and everything is because it's mandatory. Because otherwise, I'm pretty sure it missed timing to bring itself back after you synchroed. Yeah, so that's one combo. That's kind of wombo. Let's show a few more. Yeah, this deck goes through the extra deck like crazy. Like I summon like all that in like one turn. It's like, oh my gosh, half your extra deck in one turn, and like all this, it's like half your deck in one turn. Okay, so let's see. We could do a play with Foolish. What kind of play do we want to do with Foolish? Let's say you have Mathematician, Foolish, Dandy maybe. Is that a thing? You just like get a lot of random hands, and sometimes they work really well. Let's see, this is your hand. See how we'll play this out. Normal summon Mathematician to dump in Lonefire Blossom, Foolish Burial to dump in Rose Lover. This is in your hand. Banish Rose Lover special, overlay into Melee of the Trees. Melee of the Trees, detach to summon Lonefire. Lonefire, sack this to summon Lonefire. Into Lonefire. Into, and you got these tokens off Dandelion that just died. Into Spore, of course. And now, you know, we're in this similar situation where we're just gonna make the play. I've already seen this, but seeing it again might help remember it better. Special by banishing this. 4 + 3 is 7. Power Tool searches DDR. DDR specials this. Effect of that. Summon out Cosmo Beat. 2 + 1 is 3. Bird and Quasar. So that's cool. Of course, DDR dies when Lonefire does. I keep not noticing it because it's like upside down. So let's do a few others. Let's say sometimes you'll get multiple Super Solar Nutrients, and then you can do interesting plays. Like I drew a hand where it was Lonefire and double Super Solar Nutrient. I'm like, how am I going to play this? So let's see if I can remember how I played it. I mean, it'll probably come natural to me because I played this deck a good amount. Super Solar Nutrient, let's see. I'll double these. I haven't actually shown combos with this yet, but I'll show some more with this. So Lonefire Blossom, you're just going to summon a 1-star, doesn't really matter which, and then Super Solar Nutrient it into Lonefire, sack it, summon Spore, where's Spore? Then Super Solar Nutrient, this goes to the graveyard, summon Lonefire, and then sack Lonefire, summon out Dandelion, and then banish, special summon. So this is a level 4. Secret 7. You get 2 tokens. Effect to search out DDR. Activate DDR to summon this guy. Let's see. Oh yeah. So Lonefire Blossom's effect, summon out Cosmo Beat. Synchro to this bird. The reason I synchroed this first before synchroing using Glow Bulb and this is because I didn't want to potentially mill or draw Cosmo Beat. I mean that's kind of obvious, but yeah, still Glow Bulb, you mill a card, summon it. 1 + 1 is 2, and look at that, we got a Quasar. There's a lot of just like, you'll draw a lot of like weird looking hands, but then somehow they always end up Quasar, so not always, but a lot of times. So let's do a few more. Let's say you had more with Super Solar Nutrient. Let's do Mathematician, Spell Striker, Super Solar Nutrient. pretty common one there. Alright, YouTube. Well, it looks like my camera was a little bit off-centered, so some of the combo was cut out, like that side you couldn't actually see all the way, and it was kind of hard to tell what was going on. So I'm just decided to record this combo over again. The combo was Spell Striker, Mathematician, Super Solar Nutrient. Pretty common one, I guess, because you play 3 of each of them, and that's searchable, of course. So you start out with Mathematician, you dump Glow Bulb. You use Glow Bulb's effect to summon itself. You mill one, cool. Super Solar Nutrient on the Glow Bulb to summon Lonefire Blossom. Lonefire Blossom's effect heals a Super Solar Nutrient to summon Lonefire. And then you can use that Lonefire's effect to summon another Lonefire. And then you can special Spell Striker, now that you have a spell in your graveyard. Overlay into Melee of the Trees. Melee of the Trees. Detach one, doesn't matter which, to special summon Lonefire Blossom. So neither of these Lonefire Blossoms, if you use their effects, use one of their effects, tribute off Melee of the Trees to summon Dandelion. And we'll put a dice on this. So this one's used its effect, this one hasn't. Tribute Dandelion with the effect of that. Special summon Spore. Okay, so now they both use their effects. And now we're going to Synchro 2 into Formula. You get to draw a card off Formula Synchron, and then use Spore's effect, special it, banishing a Lonefire Blossom. You got the one Lonefire left there. And this is level 4, so then 4 plus 3, 7. Power Tool Dragon, and this is used effect. Power Tool Dragon will search, DDR, activate DDR, discard whatever, special this back, tribute it, summon Cosmo Beat, the bird, Mist Bird, and where's it? Quasar. Yep. So that's one combo, and then you still got a Lonefire that shoots its effect, which is cool, I suppose. So for our next combo, let's see. We could do one with 1 for 1. So let's say you had, let's get these extra cards out of here. Let's say you had 1 for 1, Lonefire Blossom, and Dandelion. I actually drew this. I was just at locals and just asked a random guy, hey, do you want to play? And he's like, okay. We roll. He's like, you can go first. And I actually opened this. I'm like, holy crap. It's really good if you open that. So kind of obvious you're going to 1 for 1 Dandy. Into Spore. Get 2 tokens. Normal summon Lonefire Blossom. Lonefire Blossom's effect. Tribute it. Summon Lonefire. And then use its, I think you use its effect to summon, or to tribute Spore to summon Lonefire Blossom. So this one has used its effect. And got all 3 Lonefires out there. So then you can banish to special this. Synchro 7. 4 plus 3 is 7. 2 Power Tool Dragon. Power Tool Dragon can search out a DDR. DDR brings this back. Then you can tribute this for Gold Bulb and tribute this for, what's it called? Cosmo Beat. This died Synchro 3, Synchro 2, and Synchro Quasar. So yeah, that's cool. Let's see what we got for our next combo. We could do Rhoda plus Lonefire. That's a good one. 2-card combo. Reinforcement of the Army plus Lonefire Blossom. It could be any spell, as long like it could be an Upstart Goblin, Spell Striker, Lonefire. As long as you have a spell card in your graveyard and a Spell Striker, then you're good to go. It's just that Rhoda searches Spell Striker, so it's easy. And Lonefire. Okay. So of course, start out Rhoda, Spell Striker. You're gonna normal summon this, special this, tribute this for Lonefire into Lonefire into Dandelion. This one's nice and easy, so it's pretty much always good when you draw Lonefire. Melier, detach, special, use effect, kill Melier, summon Spore, get 2 tokens, and we're in that scenario again. So this already used its effect. Synchro 2, formula, Spore's effect, banish Lonefire, 4 plus 3, 7, power tool, search DDR, DDR, special, sack. Oh, these are backwards. Cosmo Beat, this died. And 3, bird, Quasar. So it's a nice 2-card combo, 2-card Quasar. For next one, let's use Foolish Burial. Let's get these out of here. Say Mathematician, Foolish Burial, and Super Solar Nutrient. Okay. 3-card combo here. So what we're gonna do is Mathematician, Global, sorry, effect, mill 1, Super Solar Nutrient, kill this, summon Lonefire, Lonefire's effect, kill it, summon Lonefire, kill it, wait, Super Solar Nutrient, okay. Summon Lonefire, kill it to summon Dandelion. Overlay into melee of the trees. So it looks like we actually didn't need Foolish Burial. Ignore that. Ignore the Foolish. This was just a 2-card combo of Mathematician, Super Solar Nutrient. And this would be dead already. So then melee of the trees effect, detach, summon, kill this. Spore. We've seen this a lot by now. Combo always ends up this way somehow. Formula. Special that by banishing Lonefire. Power tool. Insert DDR. DDR, summon that. Sack this. Cosmo Beat. 3. Quasar, yeah. Alright, so that was actually a 2-card combo. That was Super Solar Nutrient plus Mathematician. For our next combo, let's do... we could do 4-card combo. Seems like you'd never get these 4-card combos, but honestly you do get them kind of often. It's just like, they're the awkward hands where you're like, what am I going to do with this? But then there are ways. 4-card combos. There's kind of a lot of them, but there's even some like 5-card combos. You just got to kind of like learn how the basis of the deck works. So this would be Mathematician. Well, what would it be? Mathematician, Foolish. Yeah, that would work. Mathematician, Foolish, Supervise, Gigaplant. So you're going to Mathematician, dump in a Lonefire, Foolish Burial, a Rose Lover. Rose Lover's effect will summon this by banishing itself. Supervise, equipped. Gigaplant's effect summons Lonefire, sack Lonefire, summon Lonefire, tribute Lonefire, summon Lonefire, tribute Lonefire, summon Dandelion, Seed into melee of the trees. And we're in a pretty similar situation as the last few combos. Lonefire Blossom's effect will attribute that to summon Spore. I'm getting us 2 tokens. Synchro 2, Formula, Spore effect. 4 plus 3 is 7. I feel like I should have this moved over more. It's hard to have it big enough. Maybe like right there. That we can still see the graveyard. And that is not on screen. Oh my gosh. I hope this is still visible. Okay. Maybe I should have the camera more zoomed out next time. So 4 plus 3 is 7. And that will search out DDR. DDR summons this. Treat that. Cosmo Beat. 3. And Quasar. So then you have Quasar and Gigaplant with the Supervise equipped at the end of the turn. So if this does happen, like if they somehow clear out this board, when this guy dies, he'll come back, but that's unlikely. But if he does stay, then you can just use him next turn and do some plays with this, which is pretty cool. Alrighty. What's our next combo? See, Mathematician plus. Am I missing some cards here? Ah, right here. Mathematician+Soul Charge. So yeah, you're just gonna normal summon Mathematician. Dump in Lonefire. Soul Charge, Lonefire, Tribute Lonefire, Lonefire into Lonefire, into Dandelion, melee of the trees, detach, summon, tribute, summon Spore, and I think you guys know this field by now, so you can figure out that that's a Quasar. And we'll go to the next combo. So for this one, we'll use a card that we haven't used yet. Symbols of Heritage. It can be pretty nice seeing this card because it's just a great card in general. Like, it's nice to search out, but sometimes seeing these equips is cool too. So 2-card combo, Lonefire plus Symbols of Heritage should be pretty obvious. So you have to Lonefire into Lonefire into Lonefire into Dandy. Lonefire into Lonefire into Lonefire into Dandy. Symbols of Heritage lets you revive one, and then you distribute. Summon Spore. Get 2 tokens. Synchro 2. Formula. Draw a card. Spore effect. Special. 3 plus 4 is 7. Power tool. Symbols of Heritage dies. Power tool searches DDR. DDR specials is sack it for Cosmo Beat. Cosmo Beat. 3rd, Quasar.
So there's a few more combos I can think of, but a lot of them are kind of redundant, and you know, you can kind of figure out a lot of the combos yourself. And I don't want to like stall trying to think of another one. I think I'm just gonna end the episode right here. I'm gonna make another video for Gigavise combos in the future, so be sure to subscribe if you want to see that. And I also have more deck profiles planned. Most likely I'll have a Masked Destiny Hero deck, Light Sworns, Zombies, maybe a Crystal Beast deck as well. I've got a few more deck profiles in store, so be sure to subscribe if you want to see more, and thank you all for watching.